shitty. I want this sweater, but it's expensive. I'm excited because I'm not at work now. Hooray! I get to go home, and I can stay up late if I want, and I can sleep in because I don't work until 1 tomorrow. I still haven't read since my last vlog because I've been writing. I finished the first draft of my fantasy book last night, which is really exciting, and sad at the same time because I loved writing that story, but revisions will come soon enough and I can get back into it again. So that's exciting. Also, I have a sensitivity reader for Saving Mason because the main character gets her leg amputated. So I'm working with an amputee who is reading it and making sure that everything is accurate and respectful. So I'm really excited and relieved about that. I haven't sent it to her yet, but I'm going to do that tomorrow. So that is really exciting, and I'm super, I'm so relieved because I'd been trying to find someone for so long and I thought it wasn't going to happen and I didn't know what I was going to do. So I'm really excited that my book is going to be accurate and stuff, and it's going to have good representation. Hopefully she'll, tell me things that she feels she needs to tell me and I can fix them. That's all. I don't know if I'm going to read tonight. I'm going to read my fantasy book because I always do a read through when I finish the first draft before I send it to people and change little things. So I need to do that, and I feel like that's what's going to happen instead of reading A Gathering of Shadows. Look, I'm reading! I love how short my hair is. Don't you love how short my hair is? Anyway, I was going to spend this morning before work reading A Gathering of Shadows, but I'm not done doing my read-through of my fantasy book. And I have this thing. When I'm editing my books, I can't not. I can't stop until it's done. I literally spend a full day or 2 full evenings just doing that. And same with when I get notes to do revisions. That's literally all I do, and I do it in 3 days. It's so funny, so that there are 3 of us here in the parking lot. We just finished work 12 minutes ago now. And we're all just sitting in the parking lot because all our cars are frozen on the inside. And we're just all sitting waiting for them to defrost. It's not even that cold out. It's only -11. Almost. I have a headache. I'm off to work. But it's Thursday, which means it's Friday tomorrow. And I have the weekend off. So that's good. Laundry, cat. So my package that I sent out to my sensitivity reader yesterday that was supposed to get there today because I sent it by Purelator, and I paid a lot of friggin' money so it would be there the next day because I didn't want it to get there next week, and it missed its flight, and now it's not getting there until tomorrow, which is just a piss off. Okay, so it's only 1 extra day, but I paid for it to get there today. And I was just on the live chat and they kept saying, oh, we don't have any control over that. And I was like, well, there's lots of things that happen that you don't have control over, but when you guarantee something and it doesn't happen, maybe you can try and make that right with the customer, give them a refund or a partial refund. Because if I knew it was going to take 2 days, I would have used Express Post and paid half the price. Anyway, I've had a headache all day long, and I felt shitty all day. I kind of feel like I'm gonna barf. And I'm just really frustrated with everything. I'm just gonna curl up on the couch and watch a movie. Don't you hate it when you wake up at 6:30, sick? Massive headache, feeling like you're gonna puke, and you have to wait till 8 o'clock to call in sick because nobody is there until 8. So I just watched a movie on Netflix called The Day We Met, or The First Time We Met, or something like that. It has the guy who plays Bumper from Pitch Perfect, and it was a pretty cute movie. If you like cutesy love movies, then I recommend checking it out. Anyway, I really want to continue reading A Gathering of Shadows, but my headache isn't as bad as it was, but it's still very, in my entire face. And I don't want to read. I feel like it's going to make it worse. So I decided to get Overdrive on my phone. If you don't know what that is, it's just an app connected to libraries so that you can get ebooks and audiobooks from your libraries. And I was going to do that so that I could get the Gathering of Shadows audiobook so I could still basically get to hear the rest of the story without having to read it. Because I want to know what's happening, but I don't want to read with my headache and stuff. And my library doesn't have it. It let me recommend that my library buys it, but maybe I can get Audible and just use the free trial. I am now faced with a dilemma. I feel like I'm pretty picky when it comes to audiobooks. I feel like most of the time the people who read them really annoyingly. They overpronounce words, they drag on words, they read really, really slowly. I don't like it. I like The Fault in Our Stars, narrated by John Green. So anyway, I found a sample on Audible of Gathering of Shadows, and it's narrated by 2 people. The sample was the woman reading, and I freaking hated her. I hate the way she reads. I don't think I can do it. But then at the same time, it's free, right? For my free trial. So it's not a big deal if I get like an hour in and I can't do it anymore, but then there's my one free book gone. And I looked up the audiobook for The Night Circus. That one's really good. I wouldn't mind using my free trial on that. I feel so much better. Anyway, I'm tagging. I'm listening to The Night Circus. I used my Audible credit for The Night Circus. So I have been listening to The Night Circus. I've also realized that audiobooks are not really for me. I can't do things at the same time as listening to an audiobook because then I'm not listening to it. So when I'm doing things, it's just noise in the background. And then when I stop, I can stop and listen, and it's excellent and great when I stop and listen to it, but I can't do things at the same time, so I might as well just read a book. I'm going to continue through the audiobook of The Night Circus, though, because I've already read it, so it's fine if there's certain parts that I'm not paying attention to. Oops, I found a mistake. So they're speaking Arnesian, or Arnesian, I don't know how to say it, and they say... Like, it's written in English, obviously, but we know they're speaking Arnesian. They don't speak English. There are 2 people in this current scene who speak English. Nobody else does. So, they're speaking Arnesian. He's gone and entered the Essentosh. Essentosh, thought, spoiler, trying to translate the phrase, element something. What was it? And then later on, someone says... Once, said the handsome sailor, last time the games were in London. Games, thought spoiler. So that's what Tosh meant. The element games. That doesn't make any sense, because he would have said Tosh. He would have said the last time the Toshes were in London. So she still wouldn't know what the word meant.
It's a damned shame. There and back, spending a considerable amount of time in between. Before she can respond, a call echoes through the theater from the raven still perched on the balcony, watching the scene in front of him curiously.
It is 5 p.m. Anthony is working till 6:30, but then he has to go get some groceries because we're going to make soup for supper when he comes home, so he has to go get some stuff to make the soup, and I have to get some of it ready for before he comes home, but I probably don't have to start until about 6, so I'm going to spend the next hour reading A Gathering of Shadows. I am on page 183, which I know is not far, considering I started reading it an entire week ago, but I didn't really have time to read. Well, I guess I technically did have time to read last week, I just was prioritizing other things over reading. But I'm really enjoying it. So, there we go. Also, I tidied up the living room today because we had a whole bunch of random things. And the only thing that we have that's random now is that TV right there. I don't know where to put it. Okay, now it's time to listen to the night circus and get supper started.
Twilight, and then the circus lights begin flickering on.
Whoops. Wasn't me.
You gotta put some milk in there. You gotta put 2 cups of milk and then 3 cups of milk. Only do 2 at once. And then it says to stir in flour until blended, and then gradually add milk and water and bring to a boil.